Today I'm going to show you how to create a virtual machine in under 10 minutes. So here I am in my Azure portal. I can select virtual machines from my dashboard, or I can search virtual machines from the top search bar and type virtual machines and click virtual machines under services, or go to my hamburger sign on the left and select virtual machines. So let me select virtual machines from my dashboard. Currently I have no virtual machines to display. So let's go and create our first virtual machine by clicking on create and selecting Azure Virtual Machine. So here I put in my instance details. So since I have only one subscription, I shall select that one. I'll create a new resource group because currently I have no resource groups. So I'll select create new and type in virtual machines and click on OK. I'll put in VM1 as my virtual machine name because this is my first VM. I'll select a region. So let me select a region. Select Australia East. I shall stick to the default availability options and the default security type as well for this video. My current image is Windows 10 Pro and the size is 2 vCPUs and 8 GB memory, which should be enough for this test. Now I'll select my administrator account, which I will use to log in with my VM. So over here, if I type administrator, it will give me an error saying that I cannot include reserved words. So administrator is not allowed or admin is not allowed. So admin is not allowed. So let me go and now type in a username. Let's put in the password. So my password should be between 12 and 123 characters. And I allow selected ports, which is my RDP port for this test. But if you're in your live environment, you wouldn't do that because that is not best practice. What you would do is you would deploy a Bastion VM that would be able to access your private VM. You confirm that you have an existing Windows 10 license and click on next so that we can select the disk types. Over here, I should select my OS disk type. I have 3 options. Generally, we would choose premium SSD, but you could also use standard SSD, which is best for web servers, or standard HDD, which is used for backups. So I shall select premium SSD. I will select delete with VM because if I don't select this option, then my disk remains even if my VM is deleted and I will be charged for the disks. I'll leave the default encryption type and I will not add any data disks for this example. Click on next for networking. I'll create a new VNet. I'll create a new subnet. These are all default options and a new public IP address. The security group is basic and it allows port 3389 for my RDP. I shall click on delete public IP address when the machine is deleted, and I shall select no load balancing for this example. Click on management. So I I have the basic protection from Microsoft Defender with my subscription. I shall enable boot diagnostics, which is my default option. And I shall leave everything at default on this page. I do not want to auto shut down my VM. And I click next for advanced settings. Over here, I don't want to add any extensions at the moment. So I'll just go on, click next for tags. Here I'll put in a tag for an example, department. I'll say that this VM belongs to the finance department. So currently all my resources are selected with this tag. So if you want to exclude resources, you can just select which resources you want to exclude from this tag and which you want to include. Currently, I'll just include everything for this example. And click next. It will validate all my settings and see if it's all good to go. So there's a green tick that says validation passed. Great. Let's click on create. And now my deployment is in progress. So if I click on the notifications and click on that submitting deployment, I shall see over here that my deployment is in progress. Currently, there are no resources that are deployed. So if I click on refresh, you should see the resources that have been created. Currently, they are creating right now because there's a blue sign. Once it's green, means it is created. So if we click refresh again, it is created now. So we'll just wait for the deployment to complete. And once the deployment is complete, we'll come back. So now my deployment is complete. Let me click on go to resource. So over here, I have my VM that is created. I shall click on connect and let's do an RDP session to it. Let's download the RDP file. Click on it and connect to it with our credentials that was supplied in the initial page. So here I am remote desktop into my virtual machine. If you do have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. Please do like and subscribe. And thank you for watching my video.